Ever wish you could stop being so lazy and unhealthy without needing lots of money? Well, now you can, even if you're super poor, with the world's cheapest smartwatch. Well, we'll see. This thing cost me around $8, but you can pick it up for about 20-ish now. When you open the box, all you'll find is the watch itself, the charger, which can hook up to any USB, and I think there was a manual in there somewhere, but it's really easy to set up. So before this, I had a Fitbit. That thing made my entire wrist glow red in rashes or something. I don't know what the heck it was. That Fitbit screwed me over. It was expensive, and I never wear it because of that and the fact that it broke pretty early on. So I was thinking if I get something this cheap, it's probably gonna be a lot worse. But boy, was I wrong. Quality of this is way better. I've been wearing it on and off for a week straight, and it has never caused any problems. It has tons of different adjustment settings, so it fits really snugly on your wrist, even better than my normal watch that I used to wear every day. The material itself is decently lightweight, but really, really comfortable. It's pretty easy to install. You just slide this through the big hole, put the tiny thing through one of the small holes, and then you push this through the final normal sized hole. Fits really easily, surprisingly comfortable. Like I said, more comfortable than the Fitbit, more comfortable than honestly any normal watch I've probably ever worn. And this is the cheapest watch I've ever bought. And I've bought cheap watches from Walmart. That part alone was really shocking. But this is cheap, right? And it's a smartwatch. So I can already tell you right now that I like it more than the Fitbit that I had. But what about compared to something like an Apple Watch? Well, the truth is I've never used an Apple Watch. Well, I've used one, but I've never owned one and tested it for a long period of time. But the way I would describe this watch is kind of like an Apple Watch, but without all of the extra features that you barely use. It has a lot of features and some that you probably won't ever get around to, but you can't download apps off the App Store or anything like that, which most of my friends didn't do with an Apple Watch anyways. So what about customization? Well, you can choose between a couple default watch faces, and you can use the app itself to select through hundreds of free ones, and there's a couple paid ones if you want, but I found that the free ones are more than good enough, and they all provide different stats like the date, the weather, how many steps you've done, how many calories you've burned, how many miles you've gone, tons of useful stuff like that, and it's really easy to use the app. The app is also way better than I was expecting. Yeah, you're gonna see a theme throughout this video where I'm just constantly shocked by how good quality this is. Even if this was like $150, I would still be really impressed with this quality. I know I'm like kind of giving away the video at this point, but it's really hard not to. Like I said, I've been wearing this on and off for a week. I've been testing it a ton, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of what I've shared so far. Responsiveness. I love how responsive this thing is. If I just look at the screen, the time will pop up, the watch face, and the controls are really easy. You can swipe in every direction, and you also have the dial on the side if you want to use that. I've had no issues whatsoever with how fast it responds, it glitching at all. Literally zero issues. And I've played around with Apple Watches before, and it feels like that in how responsive it is, which again, I feel insane for saying that, but that's my experience so far. Features. This is a long list, so I'm just gonna list a few of them. It tracks your steps, your miles, your calories burned. You can set up different types of exercises and goals. It tracks your heart rate, your blood oxygen level, your stress level. All of these over time, by the way, and viewable in charts in the app, which is all for free. It has an automatic sleep tracker. It has Alexa integrated, so you can ask it anything you would ask Alexa. You can control your music. You can do phone calls. It has a flashlight. You can see notifications from your phone, like texts and Snapchats. You can set reminders, alarms, timers, see weather forecasts, create a water drinking plan, see your VO2 max, I don't even know what that is, blood sugar management, weight tracking, menstrual cycle, that's right, this is for women too, and more than that. All for free in the app, in a watch that cost me around $8, which again, you can get right now for like $20 on Amazon. What the? No, seriously. I'm blown away by this thing. But does all this tracking stuff actually work? I tested a good number of these things, and I can say that all of them worked. I never had any problems, the wrong amount of steps, or saying I was really stressed when I wasn't, or it not reading when it was supposed to. It has worked great. I haven't noticed anything not functioning the way it should be in the 7 days that I've had it. Speaking of this 7-day period, battery life. I charged this thing one time when I took it out of the box. It's been 7 days, I've been wearing it on and off every day. It's not even close to dying. It's at 78%. What? And this is a really amazing thing because if you want to track your sleep, you don't have to charge it at night. And if you want to track all of your steps and all of your movements throughout the day, you don't have to take it off during the day either. You can just charge it when you're at your computer doing some work, if you ever need to. Like I said, I haven't even had to charge it a second time. What I really like about it, again, I love the customization. I love how much of everything is free. Like, I don't like the app forces you to pay money and just gives you a cheap watch. Like, it's not like a gimmick. The entire system is dirt cheap, but Probably the most useful thing that I really like. You can see your current stress levels and heart rate and stuff like that in the watch, but if you go to the app, you can see your stress levels over, let's say, the period of a day or part of a day. You can see how low your stress is when you're sleeping and like how much it increases. And you can even pinpoint what things happened at those times and figure out what causes you stress in your everyday life. That's crazy. That is extremely useful information. Then obviously I love the sleep tracking as well. As far as the exercise stuff, I like that it tracks steps and all that, but I'm pretty good at getting exercise on a regular basis, so I don't use that stuff that much, honestly. Okay, now we're gonna do a quick test. First, I'm gonna show you how it can just read your basic levels while you're just sitting around or doing whatever. Just swipe to the side a couple times, and for me, I've already done it, so I press the refresh button, and then it measures these 3 different things. Takes about 20-ish seconds, and then it will tell you your heart rate, your blood oxygen level, and your current stress level, which is really cool information to know. I'm gonna do a bit more fun of a test. If you swipe to the left a couple times, you can see it'll say outdoor run, and you can actually change the different goals, or you can click more and go through all these different activities, and there's a lot of them. But let's say we're doing an outdoor run. Press the settings button and you can set a goal duration, calorie burning goal, distance goal. You can do a smart competitor or an open goal where you kind of just do whatever you want and then you close it whenever you're done. So let's do a duration goal and we'll set it to 5 minutes because apparently that's the minimum. I really wanted to run for just 1 minute, but it's saying 5. So I guess we're running 5 minutes. And then at the end, it will show you all your stats. So I'll run, I'll come back and I'll show you what it says.
Looks like I went over.
And again, this is also viewable all in the app for even more depth into these insights.
My recovery time for running for 5 minutes is 7 hours.
Verdict. I freaking love this watch. And I don't even really use smartwatches. I just usually wear normal ones because smartwatches are so expensive. Every time I buy one, I get all excited and then I end up returning it because it costs so much money and I don't get that much utility out of it. Even the Fitbit that ended up costing $70 when it was on discount on Black Friday, got nowhere near that much use out of it, and it annoyed me how much it messed up my skin. But this smartwatch, I literally cannot justify returning it. It is so cheap, it is so comfortable, it lets you personalize it really easily, and it just has everything you would need and a little bit more without having all the extra bloatware stuff. It is absolutely insane. If you want to check out this watch, it is in the description, click on it, and then go do something that you love today. Peace.